Good morning. So a few things we're going to do today. As you can see from the title, we are thinking about when we're getting old. Because I don't know how many people know this, but for my age, I will not be getting a pension from Centrelink because it's cut off. Now the cutoff, the cutoff is not exactly defined, but the way it was explained to me is that probably by the time I hit retirement, there won't be a pension. Now, that in itself is something that we really have to think about it. Corey will get it because he's 5 years older than me, but I may not. And I don't want to be only having one income come in when we are, ready to settle down and enjoy our property. So, we're going to start now. There's so many things to think about now, and I think Australia is actually going backwards because I remember when I was 18 and there was nothing like today, and it just frustrates the hell out of me because I don't know what our future is going to be like. So that's why now is the time for us to start, because we don't know if we're going to have the property when we get old or what Charlie's going to be able to do. And that's the other thing, like for us to think about Charlie, what is he going to have when we're not here no longer? And being at the age that we are, there's no time like the present, because I don't want to go up to Karkak River with no paddles, if you know what I mean. The price of living is a goddamn joke in Australia. Like, you think about it, the farmer's not even getting the money that they deserve for the produce. It's being picked fresh. They put all this love and money, blood, sweat and tears, and by the time it gets to the shop, it's absolutely caca. And you wouldn't even pay $1 for it. But, supermarkets don't care because they just look at us like, oh, we're cash cows. And you've got to think about that too. If you want to do that, go buy it from the farmer. But, again, you can't because the government won't allow it. It's funny that, isn't it, how it works? You want to go get something fresh, but they won't allow you to do it because they're missing out. It really gives me the absolute hoo-ha's. It really does. So, we are going to start preparing the paddock just down here and start getting some fruit trees so that Charlie will be able to have some fresh fruit in a couple of years. We're not going to go to the shops and get grafts or seedlings. We're going to marcot from the ones that we have here, which I'll do a video on. If you don't know what marcotting is, it's amazing and you'll get fruit 10 times quicker than from grafting. Retirement. Everyone's thinking about it. You work your bum off for years and you come to the final time where you get to say, all right, let's go traveling. Guess what, guys? It's probably not going to happen for me. Because by the time I get to retirement age, there is probably going to be fuel at $4 or something stupid like that. You'll have to pay a toll to go onto the road. Pension, I'm not so sure about because I've got to do some more research. I'm pretty sure I will not get the pension. And super, well, it's rising up to 12% in 2025. So that's a bonus if you go and have, like, obviously a job and you don't work for yourself. But that is not our plan. So our plan is for me to stay on the farm and work the farm. And in order to do that, it means I can't go get a full-time job, which means that I've got to come up with my own super. And what the future holds in the way of, am I going to have enough in the account to support Corey and I when it comes time? It's just so many things to think about in life, and it does your head in after a while, and you think, what's reality is really starting to kick in because, Nana's 94 and she says that what's happened over the last few years is ridiculous, and it is ridiculous. Price of food's ridiculous. Electricity is ridiculous. These stupid fabs of, just frustrating. But anyway, so the first income I have is the chooks. So I breed olive eggers, Easter eggers, Morans, and also some heritage breeds. The chickens bring me in at least $180 a month, which is not much, but some months it can go up to $400. At the moment, we're just waiting for them to start laying again so we can get some fertile eggs sent off. I do have a list there for people that are waiting. So it's always good. Like, they're they're easy to breed, feed. The feed costs are expensive, so if you're going to go get chickens, just remember the price of eggs is, yes, okay, it's out of this world, but to raise a chicken, it is expensive. It is expensive. But the way we do it here is a lot cheaper because we get all the fresh salad and veggie scraps from a local cafe, which helps. As you can see in the green swimming pool there, we put it all in there with some hay so it doesn't obviously smell. They eat what they want to eat, they scratch around, they put their manure in. I use that compost then to go into our veggie patch. And some breeds can bring in more money than others. Our Morans at the moment, they are molting, which is that time of the year. If you're not getting eggs, that would probably be why. But our heritage breeds, like our Wyandottes, our Wyandottes are the money makers because they are a dual purpose bird. Heavy, very heavy, easy to look after, and also excellent free rangers. So at the present I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 pens that I use to breed with, and then they have 6 acres to free range. Not everyone gets let out at the same time. They've got to be let out individually because the roosters will start fighting. But we have had little to none fly problem, and also they just spread the manure, which is excellent for us. Isn't that right? Good talk. I guess you had nothing to talk about. Second enterprise is vegetables. If you have some seed raising mix, some pots, some spare time, you'd be surprised how many plants you can sell. At the moment, this is our garden that I've started for this year. This Panama berry will be one of the trees that we're going to be marcotting to put into the orchard. There's some little fruit there. There is heaps of fruit on, but I don't think there's any ready to show you. Charlie absolutely loves this fruit. Like, he goes crazy for the berry. As you can see, it's not a small tree. It's quite a large tree. So we can get a lot of marcots off of it. The idea of marcotting is not to use branches that have fruit on them or flowering, because you will not get a good root system started. All the other fruit trees, well, not all of them, but a small percentage of them will be coming from this white mulberry here. We have a purple mulberry, we have a white sapote and a black sapote. So we'll be marcotting them as well. At the moment, the home orchard looks pretty sad and disgraceful at the moment, but that is because it is coming up to the time where it needs to be remulched. So we just go to the local tip and pick up the mulch that you can get from there. Before you say it, it's free mulch, it's great mulch. I cannot recommend it enough, and it has saved us thousands of dollars starting our vegetable garden, this orchard, and also building up soil in certain places. We have a couple of olive trees. We're just testing them because I love my olives. If they do go well, then I will integrate them. But oh, let's see the butterfly. But down here is flat. We are going to move that fence there to come along the river and extend the orchard out. At the moment, there's a couple of fruit trees here. You got your normal lychee, an orange, and then a giant pink lychee as well that Corey has planted. I don't know if we're going to put any more in here, but then you have the orchard, this paddock, which will turn into an orchard after we finish burning and cleaning it all up, because all it is full of sedge. And if you're not sedges, it's a pain in the butt and you can't get rid of it without spending thousands of dollars, and we just don't have that. So we're going to improvise and do something new. So that's the paddock down there. As you can see, we've got piles everywhere to burn. Hopefully we will get a winter this year. At the moment it feels like it was never ever going to come. In autumn she's nowhere to be seen, but hey, that's life. The mango tree itself, as you saw at the beginning of the video, we have dropped the last branch on it. It is absolutely rotten out, guys. So the wood is as dry as anything, and that would probably explain why we've never got fruit off of it. We've got mandarins coming in, which is awesome. And then we will show the process that we take to make an orchard out of nothing. Wish us luck. So that's the plan, guys. I hope it does work. We'll just have to see. But it would be exciting to take you on a journey of how we do it. If it's successful, it should be pretty great. But if it's not, then you're going to be there for that too, because with anything, there's always negatives and there's positives, there's ups and there's downs. Alright guys, catch you on the next video.